The North Dakota legislative session recently kicked off, and in North Dakota, the majority of voters who elected legislators serving are 50 and older, and these folks want their representatives to focus on issues that affect them. Here to tell us more is Josh, State Director for AARP North Dakota. Good morning, Josh.
It's good to be back with you.
Absolutely. So what does that mean in terms of policies right now?
Well, the thing I would remind folks is AARP is a nonpartisan, nonprofit membership organization, and our focus is to help people thrive as they age. And so the legislative session is a busy time for us because there's a lot of opportunity to advocate for individuals 50 and older, especially our members and their priorities. And when we've done outreach to North Dakotans 50 and plus, the top issues that have raised, 97% want something done to help further protect from frauds and scams. 95% believe the legislature should take action to reduce the cost of prescription drugs, and 91% want to see public pension benefits for state and local public employees protected. And so we're also we're working on those issues during the state legislative session, as well as ensuring folks have access to services and supports for living independently at home as they age. In terms of policy, there's a number of things. One, on lowering prescription drug prices. We've seen retail prices for 143 widely used brand name drugs increase on average by more than 300% over the last 15 years, while general inflation only rose by 32%. And so we're supporting policy changes right now that would help lower the cost of prescription drugs, including a pilot program that would use the public employees retirement system and set a reference price based on Canadian prices for the top 25 most costly drugs. On the fraud side of it, we're exploring on how do we build on existing statutes to protect vulnerable older adults and create some sort of consumer protection regarding penalties or restitution to, if criminals scam people out of money, how do those victims get restitution and be held at least somewhat whole or get some money back. On access to health coverage and home and community-based services, we're really looking at how do we find and fund accessible and affordable housing, and how do we expand access to safe and affordable long-term care services. Senior nutrition funding is important to help folks stay independent as they age, as well as that housing component, and then increasing resources and support for those 68,000 unpaid North Dakota family caregivers. Those are sometimes kids, spouses, friends, local neighbors, helping friends and loved ones stay independent. And then last, as I mentioned, we're focusing on supporting legislation that will hold harmless current public employee retirement pension beneficiaries and employees, and ensure the retirement security needs of all future retirees, and really think about how can the state be fiscally responsible and ensure the long-term viability of existing plans, and especially those who are vested or close to retirement. So really looking at prescription drugs, fraud, access to home and community-based services, and protecting public employee retirements.
Yeah, absolutely. And those are some very prevalent issues, and it hits home for a lot of people around this area. So why is it important that AARP are supporting these policies?
Well, again, this is what we heard from our individuals 50 and older when we were out talking to them during the election last year and in our meetings and in events and visits. So I think, as I said earlier, 97% support protecting some enhancements to protect on frauds and scams, 95% on prescription drugs, and 91% on the public employee side of it. And we know the number one issue we often hear from folks is they want to stay safe and independent at home for as long as they can. And so I think those are really important issues, and why we're fighting for the issues that we're fighting for, and why they matter to older North Dakotans.
Yeah, absolutely. So where can people find AARP's information?
Yeah, credit to my team here at AARP North Dakota. We set up an easy page, aarp.org/ND advocacy. You can find all the latest information in terms of what's happening at the legislative session impacting older adults, and how to stay engaged and get involved on the issues that matter to you.
All right, fantastic. Thanks so much for telling us all about that, Josh.
Thank you, and have a great day.
You too. We'll have more North Dakota Today up next after the break.